One day, I was invited to go out to eat with a friend, and I came home fairly late, and my husband had already gone to sleep. My youngest was only 2 at the time, 2 or 3, and she woke up and she wanted me to lie down with her. So I did. I went and I lay down with her. And the next morning, I was woken by my children who came calling for me. Mummy, Mummy, Daddy's not waking up. I went to the bed and found my husband not responsive. And we called the ambulance, and it happened like this. Has anybody here had a medical emergency before? Any kind of a medical emergency. You know, it just goes like this. So what happens? He's not responsive. The ambulance comes. We take him to get a scan. They say that he's had a stroke and that there is brain damage and he's in a coma. And they don't know how long he'll be in the coma or what his state will be if he wakes up. So I'm sitting there. It's been 17 years of this man, a constant in my life, this beloved husband, wonderful father, mashallah, tabarakallah. My children are looking to me for answers. When is Daddy going to wake up? When is he coming home? When are you coming home? And I don't know what to tell them. So he's in the coma, and the people start coming. They come with gifts. They come with dua. They come with Quran. They come with love. How wonderful people come into your life when you need them. And I'm sitting there. I'm the one who has to phone his mother. This is her youngest child. And I have to tell her, he's in a coma. They don't know whether he's going to wake up. I have to hear a mother's heart breaking. And I have to go through all the scenarios. What if he stays in a coma for 3 years? What happens then? You know, there's an interesting thing that people do when somebody is in a coma. They come and they tell you miraculous stories. Have you heard those miraculous stories? I knew someone, they were in a coma for 6 months, wallahi, and they woke up and they were fine. Sister, you'll be okay. Sister, I heard about someone whose husband was in a coma for 3 years, wallahi. And when he woke up, everything was okay. They had another baby last year. They think this is comforting. I don't. Because I don't know how to navigate my life with my husband in this coma. But Allah is the owner of the heavens and the earth. And He decides. So, Ya Rab, if he will be in a coma for however long, I accept. Then they say, when he wakes up, he may have severe brain damage. He may not recognize you or the children. I say, Allah is the owner of the heavens and the earth. He decides. And if my husband wakes up and he is no longer the man that he was, I accept. And then what if he doesn't come back? Subhanallah, I went through every scenario, which is what you do. You go through every scenario, what could possibly happen. And Allah gives me the chance to accept each scenario. Ya Rab, this is in your hands. Whatever you decide, I accept. So one day, a sister comes with a story for me. And this was a story that did give me comfort. She said, you know, there was a husband and a wife, and they had a child, they had a daughter. And this daughter, from when she was born, she was very ill. And the doctor said she wouldn't survive past 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. But the daughter survived. Until one day she got too sick, and they took her into hospital, and the hospital staff said, you have to leave her here. So they come back the next day, and the doctors say, it's not looking good. She needs this, she needs that. And the man says to his wife, not yet. They come back the next day, doctors tell them the prognosis. The man says to his wife, not yet. Then they come back the next day, and the hospital staff tell them that their daughter has passed away. And the husband says to his wife, now. And they both fall into sujood of shukr. The hospital staff are shocked. What's happening here? And the parents explained, and they said, Allah blessed us with this child for 5 years, 6 years, longer than the doctor said. We were blessed to know her, to love her, to get the ajr of caring for her, of making sure she was comfortable. This is something to be grateful for. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides to take her back, we decided we would only embrace gratitude. we would truly embody Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. So, when after 2 weeks, I got the phone call and the doctor said that we tried to revive him, but your husband is no more. Your husband has returned to Allah. I said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Thank you. I put down the phone and I went into sujood of shukr. Because of the 17 years, because of the 5 children, because of the love and the memories and the solace and the garment that I was blessed with for 17 years was on loan to me. On loan. Brothers and sisters, we as human beings are ungrateful. If you go to the bottom of almost all our issues, you'll find ingratitude, taking things for granted, thinking we deserve more. Why should I not have what so-and-so has, what I used to have, what I have always dreamt of having? We take for granted the people in our lives, and that includes our spouses. And to be honest, my hunch is that we take for granted our spouse more than everybody else. Who agrees with that? Who makes dua for their children all the time? But my point is this. Why do I tell this story? Because I want those of you who are married, those of you who inshallah will be married, I want you to wake up. I want you to wake up to the ni'mah that is right there beside you. The fact that another person has agreed to share their life with you, to build a life with you, to tolerate your nonsense, to make excuses for you, to love you in spite of your craziness, this is something to say alhamdulillah for.